Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's NBA slate on Wednesday, May the 8th. Now for tonight, we only have one game, so it's obviously a really small slate. There's not a lot of props to choose from, when there's only one game. But we're going to talk through two picks that I do like for tonight's game. We got game two between the Pacers and the Pacers and the Knicks. So this should be a fun one. I think this is going to be a good series. Game one of this series was really good. It was down to the wire. I think we're going to see a lot of these games in this series be competitive. So I'm excited to watch this game. Again, I got two props I like for tonight that we're going to talk about, that we're going to share in this video. As always though, guys, before we do talk through the two plays I'm liking for tonight, make sure you guys hit that like button down below if you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet, and if you guys are new to Prizepicks and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up, linked down below in the description, or just use that promo code NOAH when you sign up for Prizepicks, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. And we do also have a partnership with Sleeper. You guys can check out Sleeper, linked down below in the description, or again, use that promo code NOAH over on Sleeper, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500. Now, if you don't know what Sleeper is, they're a DFS pick'em app similar to Prizepicks, where you pick over or under on player projections, you build out an entry, you're able to make up to an 8-pick entry. On Sleeper, you're able to win up to 100x your money. So if you guys do want to check them out, again, use that code NOAH when you sign up for Sleeper, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500. But let's talk through the picks, guys, I'm liking for Wednesday. Now, real quickly, we can recap our two plays that we gave out in Tuesday's video. So Tuesday, I gave out two picks. Al Horford, under 17.5 points plus rebounds was the first pick we gave out Tuesday. That did hit. Horford, I think, finished with, I want to say he finished with like 8 points or 7 points, 8 rebounds. We had him under 17.5 PR. A little bit sweaty, but Horford did wind up staying under. So we cast that play, and then at the time I'm recording this video, it's currently halftime of the Mavericks and Thunder game. So we'll have to see. We took SGA over 28.5 points. Right now, SGA has 19 points at halftime, so it's looking pretty good. Don't want to jinx anything. We'll see how the second half plays out. But it looks like hopefully we'll cash both the plays we gave out Tuesday. We did hit the Horford under. We'll have to see if SGA can give us 10 points in the second half, which is what we'll need to cash both plays. But like I said, I'm recording this video during halftime of that game, so I don't really know yet if SGA has gone over or not. Hopefully he will, though. Had a pretty good first half. But let's talk through the picks that I'm liking for Wednesday. So for today's slate, again, it's only one game. I would recommend betting light tonight, guys. Obviously, there's just not going to be as many props to like when you only have one game to choose from. But the first prop that I'm liking from tonight's game is going to be Tyrese Halliburton at 25.5 points plus assist. And I like the over here, more than 25.5 points plus assist for Halliburton. So Halliburton did go under this line in game one of the series. He had a really bad game, only 14 points plus assist in that game. He had 6 points and 8 assists. He played 36 minutes, but he only took six shots, which was just really weird for Halliburton. I mean, Halliburton this season has been a player that has averaged 14, 15 shot attempts per game. Last game, it looks like, I'm going to take a look at his usage rate last game. So last game, he only had, he had an 11.4% usage rate. He had the lowest usage rate on the team. That feels like a complete outlier. I mean, Halliburton this season, his usage rate has been around 24%. In the playoffs, it's been a little bit down. It's been around 19%. But an 11% usage rate for Halliburton is that's just not something you see happen every game. And I know Halliburton he's been very inconsistent lately. He has been dealing with a back injury. Don't know if this back injury that he's been dealing with has been affecting his play or not. Maybe it has. But this line of 25.5, it does feel a little bit too low for Halliburton here. As long as this game's competitive, we know Halliburton's going to play big minutes. I mean, he played 36 minutes last game. He's been playing big minutes so far in the playoffs. In their series against the Bucks, he played 38, 37, 46, 32, 34, and 32 minutes. And the games where he played 32, I'm pretty sure those were blowouts. Barring a blowout tonight, I think we're going to get 36, 37, 38 minutes from Tyrese Halliburton. You would expect him to shoot the ball more than 6 times. He only shot the ball 6 times last game. Did have 8 assists last game. He did have 15 potential assists. That's something that we know Halliburton can contribute with, is those assists. Obviously, the scoring has been up and down lately, but for the most part, you can bet on him getting you at least 6, 7 assists most nights. And some nights, he could get, double-digit assists. Last game, again, he did have 15 potential assists. So far in the playoffs, he's averaged 17 potential assists per game. Pretty sure during the regular season, he led the league in potential assists per game. So we know the assist opportunities will be there for Halliburton. I think the scoring, again, it will come and go. I would expect him to bounce back though after only shooting the ball 6 times last game, after only scoring 6 points. You would expect him to have a better game here. And for what it's worth, he has done really well in this matchup. Now the Knicks defensively have been very good this season, but it does help that OG Anunoby, their best defender, is going to be guarding Pascal Siakam. OG pretty much guarded Siakam all of the last game. At least when I was watching, OG was on Siakam. So you'll probably see Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart kind of, be the two guys going or defending Halliburton. And while neither one of those guys are bad defenders by any means, they're not as strong as OG Anunoby is. So I think the matchup's probably better for Halliburton than it is for someone like Siakam. So I do like Halliburton to kind of bounce back here. It's not like we need him to have an amazing game. I mean, 25.5 points plus assists is not a hard line for him to go over. He could get 16 points and 10 assists, and that puts him over, and that feels more than doable for a guy like Halliburton, especially when he's playing like 36, 37, 38 minutes. So I do like this over here of 25.5 PA for Halliburton. He's been great in this matchup so far this season. If you look at his regular season stats against the Pacers or against the Knicks, I know regular season can be a little bit skewed compared to the playoffs, so I don't want to weight that too heavily. But in 3 games against the Knicks during the regular season, Halliburton had 22 points and 23 assists, so 45 points plus assists. There was one game where he only played 22 minutes. He still had 15 points and 5 assists in only 22 minutes. And then another game against the Knicks, he played 30 minutes, had 22 points, 12 assists. So during the regular season, for what it's worth, he went over this PA line in 2 out of 3 games against the Knicks. And the one game he went under, he only played 22 minutes. Halliburton's injury status right now is kind of a concern. I think that's the reason you're seeing him maybe struggle right now, is because he has been dealing with this back injury. He's listed as questionable for today. I'm going to assume he plays. I'm going to assume he plays normal minutes. And if he plays 36, 37, 38 minutes here, I like our chances of getting 26 points plus assists from Halliburton. So that'll be our first prop for tonight. And I was looking at some sportsbook odds, specifically DK Sportsbook. They do have this prop juiced towards the over. It was I think it was minus 120, minus 125 on DK Sportsbook. So that's our first prop for tonight. Next prop I like is going to be a points prop. And we're going to go to Isaiah Hartenstein, look at his points prop of 11.5. And I also like the over here. So more than 11.5 points for Isaiah Hartenstein. And let's talk through why I like this prop. So Hartenstein did go over this line in game 1 of the series. He had 13 points. He played, I believe, 28 minutes last game. Let me see. He played 36 minutes last game. So he got really big minutes last game. And I think we're going to see him play really big minutes once again, because the big injury news for today is that there's no Mitchell Robinson. And Mitchell Robinson's, it looks like it's actually going to be out for the rest of the playoffs. So that's kind of a big blow for the Knicks. And without Mitchell Robinson, the Knicks don't really have any other backup centers they feel comfortable giving minutes to. You're probably going to see Precious Achiuwa get the backup center minutes, and he'll be the guy that plays whenever Hartenstein is off the floor. If we actually look, I think it was game 4, I believe, or game 5 or game 4. I can't remember what game it was. I think it was game 4 of the Sixers and Knicks series. Game 4 of that series, the Knicks did not have Mitchell Robinson. And if you look at that game, it was Precious Achiuwa who got the backup center minutes. He pretty much played all the minutes that Isaiah Hartenstein did not play. If you look at that game, though, Isaiah Hartenstein, he played the entire first quarter. This was without Mitchell Robinson, game 4 against the Sixers. He played the entire first quarter, started the second quarter and played about 2 minutes, then subbed out. And then he subbed back in with about 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter, played out the rest of the second quarter. So Hartenstein, the last game they played without Mitchell Robinson, Hartenstein played about, he played about 18 first half minutes, so he was on pace for about 36 minutes. And then he played most of the third quarter, but if you look at his third quarter, he picked up 5 fouls in one quarter. He picked up a foul with 8:40 left in the third quarter. Then he picked up another foul with 6 minutes, 35 seconds left. Then he picked up another foul with 4 minutes, 32 seconds left. And then a minute later, he picked up another foul. And then 2 minutes later, he picked up another foul. So he picked up 5 fouls in one quarter in that game against the Sixers without Mitchell Robinson. He wound up finishing the game with 28 minutes. He did not play in the fourth quarter. They went with Precious Achiuwa over Hartenstein in the fourth quarter of that game. Part of that could have been due to foul trouble. Part of that could have been due to Achua playing really well. Barring foul trouble here, I'm expecting Hartenstein to play big minutes. I'm thinking 34, 35, 36 minutes. I just don't think the Knicks really have a ton of confidence in any other bigs on their roster. I don't think Tom Thibodeau has a ton of confidence in any other bigs. So Hartenstein should be locked in for big minutes here. And the matchup for him is really good against the Pacers. This is a much better matchup for Hartenstein than what he had last series when he had to go up against the Sixers, when he had to defend Joel Embiid. Just not, the foul trouble risk here, not nearly as high since he's not going to have to defend someone like Embiid. And also, this is a matchup where, from a scoring perspective, Hartenstein should have an easier time scoring, because if you look at this season, during the regular season, the Pacers actually were tied with the Wizards for the most points allowed in the paint. And Hartenstein is a big that, he does all of his scoring in the paint around the rim. He does not really take many jump shots. A lot of his scoring is going to come from dunks. It's going to come from layups. It's going to come from like little floaters around the rim. And that's where the Pacers give up points, around the rim. That's where they have really struggled this season. So I do like this matchup a lot for Hartenstein. I think from a scoring output, his output looks better in this series. When it comes to scoring than it did last series. It was just not the best matchup for Hartenstein last series. He had to guard Embiid. There was foul trouble risk there. This is obviously not that spot, going up against the Pacers. I don't think there's nearly as much foul trouble risk for Hartenstein in this series. And from a scoring perspective, he should have an easier time scoring around the rim because of how much the Pacers have struggled giving up points in the paint this season. And minutes should be secure here without Mitchell Robinson. I would expect Hartenstein to play mid, if not upper 30s in minutes. And especially, if you look during the regular season when he was playing like 34, 35, 36 minutes a night, typically he was scoring 12 points in most of those games. And for what it's worth, he's already faced the Pacers twice this season. He played them during the regular season. Now, one game he played 33 minutes and only had 2 points. But then another game against the Pacers, he played 36 minutes and had 12 points. Last game, 36 minutes, 13 points for Hartenstein. I think if we get 36 minutes from him tonight, we got a pretty good chance at 12 points. So liking that as our second prop for tonight, guys. Isaiah Hartenstein, more than 11.5 points. And looking at some sportsbook odds, I was looking at Pinnacle, one of the sharpest, if not the sharpest sportsbook. Pinnacle currently has this Hartenstein prop, minus 129, favored towards the over. So DK Sportsbook favoring the over on this Halliburton points plus assist prop. Pinnacle favoring the over on this points prop for Hartenstein. So that's what I'm liking for tonight's game, for game 2 of the Pacers and Knicks series. Should be a fun game. Hopefully we can hit both these plays tonight, guys, and make some money on this slate. As always, I do appreciate you guys watching these videos and supporting the Prizepicks content. Hit that like button down below if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And go check out Prizepicks, guys. If you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, use that promo code NOAH when you sign up and get your first deposit matched up to $100. But that's all I got for tonight. Good luck on this slate. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.